Broadcasting live from the Albay PIO News Center, providing you the most exclusive news update from all over the province. This is News at 12.
News at 12.
In the local scene, the Sangguniang Panlalawigan of Albay has approved the procurement of new vehicles to strengthen hospital operations, disaster response, and government service delivery across the province. The measure authorized the purchase of 4 vehicles for key provincial offices and facilities. These include utility vans for the Manito Municipal Hospital and Pantao District Hospital, a customized disaster rescue 4x4 pickup vehicle for the Albay Public Safety and Emergency Management Office, and a 4x2 pickup truck for the Provincial General Services Office. The utility vans will help transport hospital personnel, medical supplies, equipment, and other operational needs. The ordinance was endorsed by the Committee on Budget and Appropriations after reviewing the request of the Office of the Governor and confirming compliance with national guidelines on government vehicle procurement. Provincial legislators said the additional vehicles will help improve the delivery of essential services and strengthen emergency response capabilities across Albay. Funding for the acquisition has been certified by the local finance committee. In other story, the provincial government of Albay has strengthened its environmental conservation efforts through the Albay Biosphere Reserve Management Council's second quarter meeting for 2026. The meeting brought together government agencies, partner institutions, and stakeholders to discuss ongoing conservation programs and sustainable development initiatives across the province. The council members reviewed updates on the Mount Masaraga protected landscape and the Tikau Burias Pass protected seascape, 2 major protected areas within Albay Biosphere Reserve. The council also endorsed proposed partnerships with educational institutions to expand environmental awareness and conservation education among students. The initiative aims to integrate Biosphere Reserve concepts into school programs and promote a deeper understanding of biodiversity conservation, sustainable development, and Albay's natural and cultural heritage. Officials said stronger collaboration among government agencies, schools, and community partners will help advance environmental protection efforts and support the long-term preservation of the province's natural resources. In other news, 13 municipalities in Albay have been recognized by the Department of the Interior and local government for passing the 2025 Good Financial Housekeeping Assessment. The recognition affirms their compliance with the standards on transparency, accountability, and sound financial management. The ILG Albay said the achievement reflects the commitment of local governments to responsibly manage public funds and strengthen public trust. The municipal recognized were Bakakay, Kamalig, Dragag, Kinubatan, Villar, Libon, Malipot, Malinao, Manito, Uwas, Piuduran, Pulangi, and Rapu-Rapu. The Good Financial Housekeeping Assessment measures fiscal responsibilities and compliance with government financial management requirements. Officials said the award highlights the efforts of local governments to promote accountable governance and ensure that public resources are managed effectively for community programs and services. In the national scene, Health Secretary Teodoro Herbosa and 3 other Department of Health officials are facing a new complaint before the Office of the Ombudsman over the alleged diversion of 145.9 million pesos in government health funds to support a voluntary contribution to the World Health Organization. The complaint, filed on Tuesday by an anonymous group called Concerned Department of Health Personnel, accused Urbosa and other officials of transferring funds meant for disease prevention and health promotion to finance the Philippine Pacific Health Initiative. According to the complaint, Urbosa issued a memorandum on October 29, 2025, ordering the relocation of funds that Congress had originally approved for local health programs, which the complainant said violated the law because the money was not considered savings. The group also claimed that the fund transfer was linked to Urbosa's election as president of the 78th World Health Assembly in May 2025 and argued that the contribution only brought diplomatic recognition, while many Filipinos still lack access to adequate health care. The complaints asked the Ombudsman to place the officials under preventive suspension, while Health Undersecretary Albert Francis Domingo said he respects the Ombudsman's process and looks forward to responding to the allegations in the proper legal forum. In other story, the Office of the Ombudsman highlighted its ongoing investigation into the alleged irregularities in flood control projects during the Southeast Asian Ombudsman Forum, emphasizing the importance of regional cooperation in fighting corruption. In a video message, Ombudsman Jesus Crispin Remulla said that in 2025, the agency handled 124 complaints and their fact-finding investigation and advanced 36 cases to preliminary investigation or administrative proceedings. Among the cases filed in 2025 were graft and malversation charges against former Acobicol Party List Representative Saldi Co and several departments of Public Works and Highways Mimaropa officials over an allegedly anomalous flood control project in Nauhan, Oriental, Mindoro. Remulla said in 2026, the Ombudsman is investigating 209 complaints and has already filed 4 cases in court, including those involving contractors Curly and Sara Diskaya, former Senator Ramon Bong Revilla Jr., and Senator Jingo Estrada. Deputy Ombudsman Jose Balmeo Jr. said the forum could help member countries share information that may lead to the recovery of assets linked to the individuals under investigation, as delegates from several Southeast Asian nations and partner organizations gathered in Pasay City. In other news, the Philippine National Police said on Tuesday that it remains hopeful that Senator Ronald Bato de la Rosa will eventually surrender to authorities after 20 firearms registered under his name were turned over to the police. PNP Chief Police General Jose Melencio Nartates Jr. said the surrender of the firearms showed cooperation following the cancellation of de la Rosa's license to own and possess firearms and firearm registrations. The firearms were handed over by the senator's legal representative in Davao City on June 11 and are now in police custody. Despite the turnover, the PNP said operations related to de la Rosa are continuing as authorities seek to serve an arrest warrant issued by the International Criminal Court over its investigation into the Duterte administration's war on drugs. And in the news outside the country, Southeast Asia is preparing for a possible extreme El Nino weather pattern that could worsen the rising cost of food, fuel, and transportation already linked to the ongoing Middle East war. Experts warn that delayed or weaker monsoon rains could reduce rice and palm oil production, threatening food supplies and increasing prices across countries such as the Philippines, Indonesia, Thailand, and Cambodia. Higher cost of fertilizer and fuel caused by the conflict in Iran, combined with fears of crop shortages, may further fuel inflation and force governments to maintain subsidies while businesses struggle with rising borrowing costs. The expected heat and dry conditions could also damage tourism, trigger forest and peatlands fires, and worsen transboundary haze, creating health risks and adding pressure on regional cooperation. Analysts said that the combined effects of climate change and geopolitical tensions could spark public protests and political instability if governments fail to manage food prices, secure water supplies, and support vulnerable communities. In other news, the framework agreement between the United States and Iran has raised hopes of reopening the Strait of Hormuz, but experts said it may take weeks before shipping and trade can safely return to normal. Maritime experts said Iran must first clear naval mines from the strait, and independent inspectors must confirm the waterway is safe, a process that could take up to 50 days. Shipping companies also face high war risks insurance costs, with premiums still far above pre-war levels, making many ship owners cautious about quickly returning to the Gulf. Hundreds of loaded and empty vessels remain stranded in and around the Gulf, while damaged energy facilities and labor shortages could further delay the recovery of oil and gas exports. Analysts warn that the agreement remains fragile because major issues including Iran's nuclear program, sanctions, relief, and regional tensions remain unresolved and could trigger new hostilities. And finally, in the news outside the country, with reference to the Philippines, the Philippines said it is open to exploring a defense agreement with Germany that would allow closer military cooperation during a visit by German President Frank-Walter Steinmeier to Manila. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. said there are no immediate plans, but the government is willing to consider deeper security ties as global tensions rise and countries seek broader partnerships. At present, the Philippines has similar defense agreements with 6 countries, including the United States, France, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and Japan, through a reciprocal arrangement. Germany has been taking part as an observer in joint military exercises in the Philippines and has also supported maritime security efforts, including assistance to the Philippine Coast Guard and backing the 2016 South China Sea arbitration ruling. President Steinmeier said Germany is concerned about tensions in the West Philippine Sea and pledged continued cooperation, including participation in exercises and support such as providing drones and other assistance. That's the news at 12, June 17, 2026. We'll be back tomorrow for more news updates. Thanks to our news writers, Naomi Ruth Hernandez and Algel Lorejo. And on the technical side, Chad Bobis. And our Provincial Information Office OIC Marty Gonzalez. And under the supervision of our Governor, Noel E. Rusal, I am Greg Hallare. Thank you for subscribing Albay in my heart.